Hi, my name is Pat Bird, and I'm the legislative lead for the Kentucky chapter of Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America. Because I'm working tonight, I'm not able to attend in real time, so I've prepared a short statement to share with you. I want to start by thanking Gay Edelman for asking Moms Demand Action to participate in tonight's forum. I'll talk for just a brief time about the Moms Demand Action organization and about our priorities, and then we'll talk about some specific legislation we've been particularly interested in and some we think we'll continue to see in future sessions. Moms Demand Action is a nonpartisan group that supports the Second Amendment but believes that guns should not be in the hands of people who are dangerous to themselves or to others. We advocate for action to prevent all types of gun violence, including harm to oneself or to others, whether intentional or unintentional. Moms has chapters in all 50 states with over 5 million supporters. In Kentucky, we have over 6,200 individuals who've expressed support for our message. To understand Moms Demand Action's position on legislation, it's useful to understand the priorities of our overall organization, which include require a background check on every gun sale. Today, background checks are required for sales at all federally licensed firearms dealers, but more strict laws are left to the states. In Kentucky, private sales may be conducted without background checks. Implement red flag laws. These laws allow law enforcement and other interested parties to petition the court to temporarily remove firearms from individuals the court deems to be a risk to themselves or to others. Implement common sense restrictions on firearms that reduce the frequency and lethality of incidents. This includes measures to prohibit high capacity magazines and prohibit devices that allow weapons to behave like automatic weapons, such as bump stocks or trigger cranks. Eliminate the boyfriend loop, which may allow intimate partners to avoid specific domestic violence charges that apply only to spousal abuse. Eliminate the Charleston loophole. If a background check requires more than 72 hours to complete, the dealer may legally make the sale without it. Require responsible storage and hold gun owners accountable for the status of their weapons. With this in mind, we can move on to Kentucky Moms' legislative lobbying efforts. For at least the last 2 years, Kentucky Moms Demand Action has actively lobbied against one bill before the U.S. Congress in Washington. Referred to as concealed carry reciprocity, it is the NRA's number one legislative priority. Concealed carry reciprocity requires every state to recognize any other state's concealed carry weapons licensing regulations. Some states require nothing more than buying the concealed carry license. Moms thinks Kentucky's current concealed carry licensure system is effective. Obtaining a Kentucky concealed carry permit requires a background check that must be renewed every year. You must complete approved training, which includes the safe handling of guns, when guns are justifiably used, and a demonstration of the applicant's ability to shoot accurately during live fire training. Convicted felons and some misdemeanor conviction, like domestic violence convictions and terroristic threatening convictions, will result in the prohibition of a person not being able to receive a concealed carry permit. Since its inception in 1996, Kentucky's concealed carry permit system has blocked more than 10,000 felons, domestic abusers, and others with dangerous histories from obtaining concealed carry permits. Now on to our experience regarding the Kentucky legislature. In 2018, the permitless concealed carry bill was filed. HB 36 would have essentially done away with Kentucky's concealed carry law. If implemented, those who could carry a firearm legally, openly, could also carry that weapon concealed without any additional licensure requirements. Moms lobbied against this bill in 2017 and 2018. It's never passed out of committee. In 2018, a Guns on Campus bill was filed. HB 210 would have forced publicly funded post-secondary schools to allow concealed carry permit holders to carry guns on campus and forbid colleges from restricting where deadly weapons could be carried with no exceptions. This bill would have forced guns into places all over campus: dormitories, classrooms, sports arenas, mental health centers, student activity centers, and the like. Moms lobbied against this legislation in 2017 and again in 2018. It is not passed out of committee. We expect to see both of these bills introduced again in the 2019 session. In fact, a bill allowing concealed carry permit holders to carry concealed weapons in almost any location has already been pre-filed for the 2019 session of the General Assembly. In 2018, the School Marshals Bill was filed. SB 103 would have created a new exception to the law barring guns from K through 12 schools, one that allowed any member of the school staff to double as an armed guard. Moms believes the focus on arming school employees ignores the risks and consequences of bringing more guns onto school property. Moms lobbied against this legislation, believing that the only guns in any school campus should be in the hands of trained law enforcement personnel. This bill did not pass out of committee. In 2018, Senate Resolution 172 and House Resolution 176 were filed after the Parkland shooting. Both resolutions urged school boards or boards of trustees to approve allowing K through 12 school personnel to carry firearms on school property. At least one Kentucky school board in Pike County allowed carrying of firearms by K through 12 school personnel after Parkland. These non-binding resolutions would have encouraged other Kentucky school boards to take the same action. Although these resolutions did pass out of committee, they did not progress any further. In 2018, a safe storage bill was filed. HB 31 would have made it illegal to store a firearm in a manner such that a minor could gain access to that weapon. Moms does not support broad safe storage laws that criminalize all unsafe gun storage because they raise questions about enforcement and have a disproportionate impact on communities of color. We do support child access prevention laws that make it a crime to unsafely store guns if a child actually accesses the firearm and some harm or injury results. In 2019, we expect to see some sort of school safety legislation proposed. It may very well include provisions to arm teachers or other designated personnel in K through 12 schools. This legislation may take the form of a bill with many provisions related to mental health issues, school counseling, trauma management in schools, safety in and defense of school buildings, and other topics of that sort. The Interim Joint Committee on Education and its School Safety Working Group have been meeting and discussing many of these topics all this summer. Moms has been attending these meetings and has presented to the working group in support of safe gun storage and sensible gun policy and in opposition to arming teachers. I want to thank you again for your time. I'm sorry I'm not there to take any questions. Again, my name is Pat Bird, and you can reach me at my email, which is pd.vett@gmail.com. Thanks.